What's up, everybody? I'm Lily from Caesar North America, and today on Clued Into Crafting, we are going to talk all about waterproof fabrics. So a lot of the time these are polyester or nylon fabrics, but it's not exclusive to those. It could be all kinds of fabrics. But how do you know that that fabric is waterproof, and what do you do if it is? We're going to answer those questions in just a minute, so stick around. Okay, so if you suspect that your garment might be waterproof, and I say suspect only because sometimes you have to be a little bit of a detective when it comes to these garments. A lot of the times you can find clues on the inside tag, but it won't always say that it's waterproof. A lot of the time it'll be in your product description if you're buying it online, but sometimes that's just not available to you if you have a customer who's bringing you the garments and you're not sure where they're from. This is a good little test to know for sure if your garment is waterproof. I'm just going to take a little bit of water in this paper towel here just to get a bit of it. And then I'm just going to drop some water on the sleeve. So I can already see it's made a really big kind of like a bubble, and it isn't soaking into the fabric. It just kind of rolls around on the fabric and it doesn't soak in. So that's how I know that this is definitely waterproof, and we're gonna have to do something about that. So if I were to try to put EZ Weed on here right now and heat press it, it would probably stick about as much as that water just did. It's not going to like it. So in order for us to decorate this jacket, the coating's gotta go. So we gotta go outside. Come on. So now that we're outside, we're ready to use our vinyl remover. So one thing that's really, or two things that are really important when you do this is to have an open area. You wanna have a nice ventilated area, so we're outside. The other thing you want is skin protection. So I'm actually gonna do 2 layers of gloves just to be safe, because this is a chemical and a smelly chemical. That's why we're outside. And we're also just taking some necessary precautions. So this is the same remover used when you make an accident with heat transfer vinyl, and it'll break down the adhesive so you're able to take that vinyl off. You can also use it to remove waterproof coatings. So that's what I'm gonna do today. But this whole jacket is waterproof, and I just want to decorate the left chest. So I don't want to apply the vinyl remover all over my jacket because that would make a really ineffective rain jacket. I want just to do the left portion up near the chest area. So, and you don't want to put it directly on your fabric, so I'm just going to take a cloth here. And you're going to put some of the solvent on there. And then you're just gonna wipe it over the area that you want to decorate. So you can put this directly on your fabric, but part of it is you'll want to check it on a smaller portion on the inside of the garment somewhere and see how it reacts to it. Occasionally it doesn't like it and it might discolor, but I already tested this jacket and knew it wouldn't be a problem. So I'm gonna be pretty liberal with it. So once you've covered the entire area, you want to give it about an hour or 2 to dry. So I hope you're in a comfortable chair and sitting down, because yeah, we're gonna be here for about an hour waiting for this thing. I'm just kidding, let's go back inside. Okay, so this jacket has got the same treatment on it, and it's dry and it's ready to go and be decorated. My EZ Weed pieces are already cut and they're not quite ready to go. We have one more step to this, and that is weeding. So I'm gonna use my Caesar weeder just to pick out all the excess. And if you need to know more about the cutting side of things with EZ Weed, you can check out the link in the description box for my beginner video. Got our bubblegum EZ Weed, and then just our regular pink EZ Weed for an outline around the monogram. And we're ready to go. Okay, so now that we're ready to decorate this jacket that is not only waterproof, but is 100% polyester as well, there's a possibility that it could be heat sensitive. So just to check that, I'm just gonna press an inner portion of the jacket and see how it reacts to the heat. I have my heat press set to 305, and that's what we typically recommend for EasyWeed. And I'm gonna press it for 10 to 15 seconds. Oop. It's a good way to gauge your pressure too. There we go. So I'm gonna do 15 seconds on this, and if any kind of melting or discoloring or heat marks occur, then I know that it is a heat sensitive fabric. Okay, so it's probably hard to see on camera because it is very subtle, but I can see a little line and kind of some lightening in the fabric compared to how it originally started out. So I think this is a little bit heat sensitive, but that's okay. Don't worry, we can still decorate it. You just have to make a couple adjustments. So instead of being at 305 on my heat press, I'm gonna bring it down to 280. And instead of pressing for 10 to 15 seconds, I'm gonna press for 15 to 20 seconds. So if you bring it down to a lower temperature, we usually tell you to add on 5 to 10 seconds of pressing time to even that out. So you wanna think of heat pressing like a balancing scale. You have pressure in the center, and then you have time on one side and temperature on the other. When your temperature goes down, your time goes up. And when your temperature goes up, your time is going to go down. So thinking of it this way might make it a little simpler for you. All right, so my heat press is cooled down now to 280 degrees, and I'm ready to decorate my jacket. I've unzipped it so I can just press the left chest side and keep as much of the fabric off of the heat press as possible, because we did notice that it was heat sensitive. I'm gonna put the pillow underneath the pressing area and raise it above that zipper, keeping more heat off of there. Then I'm gonna take my first color of EasyWeed, which is just regular pink. We're gonna place the sticky side down. To find your left chest measurement, you can do, make an L, and that'll help you find where to center it. Heat transfer cover sheet goes on top, especially when you're working with heat sensitive fabrics like this one. Just gonna do a 1 second press. And we'll peel it. Peel your carrier, wow. Stick it there. All right, now we'll do our second color. It's the Bubblegum EasyWeed, and it's just gonna go right inside of our monogram. And because the little bits of my carrier are actually touching the applied EasyWeed already, I'm just gonna do a 1 second press on here too and peel the carrier. This way, I don't leave carrier marks on the EasyWeed that was already applied. So if that's a problem that you've been experiencing, try just tacking the material, peeling the carrier, and then going back, and now we'll press it for a full 15. All right. She is a beauty. There it is. And that's how you decorate waterproof fabrics with Siser EasyWeed. So this is definitely gonna come in handy for me here in Michigan. I don't know where you're watching from, but I'd love to know if you leave us a comment. While you're down there, any questions about this video, leave one of those as well. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Make sure to hit the bell so you get notifications for new videos. I'm Lily from Siser North America. Thanks for crafting with me.